So share your thinking there. What were you thinking there after you read that page?
Why is the nose wet?
Yeah, does the author tell us?
No, he didn't
So what do you think?
Because he either licks it or drinks.
Okay. Do you know why?
Maybe he puts his nose while he's drinking in his bowl.
Okay. So you know what you guys are doing? You're asking questions as you read, and that's what readers do. We don't really know the answer to that, so we'll have to see if the book tells us that, or we'll have to look it up at the end, okay? All right, go ahead and read that page.
This dog has a long coat, but some dogs have short coats. Tail, ear, eye, nose, mouth, tongue, teeth.
Do you know what these are called in an informational book?
I know, but I forgot.
A diagram.
Oh,
That
diagram,
is
yeah.
a diagram, isn't it? And then they're labeling these parts on the diagram, aren't they? So this is called the label. Okay, so let's read what else we know
What
about the.
do dogs do when they're happy?
They do this.
What is that
Dogs
called?
wag their tails when they are happy.
So it tells us, right? Did you know that they wag their tails when they're happy? So did you learn something? Yeah, so that's why we read informational books, because we fill our brains with information. You know what that's called? It's called building our background.
Or learning.
I know
Same
more
thing,
about birds,
learning.
'cause most of my books at home are about birds.
Yeah, but now you know more about dogs. All right, let's read this page.
Okay. Dogs eat meat.
Oops, don't forget this, because this is
What do dogs eat?
Do you know what this is called? Do you know what that's called in a book?
No.
It's called the heading.
Oh.
Informational books have a heading, so this heading tells us what we're going to read about. What are we going to read about?
What do dogs eat?
Yeah, so everything on this page is going to be about what they eat. So it gets our brain ready for what we're going to read. Go ahead.
Dogs eat meat and dog food. And they chew bones too. Some dogs eat dog biscuits. Dogs eat very fast. Like dogs wag their tails when they are happy.
They need to drink a lot of water.
So let's stop and think after that page. Any thinking or thoughts or questions? Things you're wondering
Why
about?
do they eat fast?
I had that same question.
What do dogs eat when they eat meat?
Okay. Do you know
Like,
any of those answers? You know the other one? I'm wondering why they need to drink a lot of water. I knew they needed to drink water, but why do they need to drink a lot of water? So this book is making us think and wonder things, right? So then you become researchers. You can look these things up and find out the answers to them. Okay? All right, let's read this page.
dogs are good at running.
So what is this whole page going to be about?
Running dogs.
Mm-hmm.
This dog likes to run. Some dogs can run very fast. Running is good for a dog. Do dogs drink water?
Yes, because every animal has to drink.
To stay what? What is that word?
Hydrated.
Hydrated.
Except
yeah.
mosquitoes.
They drink what?
Mosquitoes drink blood.
They drink blood.
Yeah.
Like this.
Okay. Do you have any questions about this page? Why do you think running is good for a dog?
So it doesn't have a lot of energy.
So it has energy.
So it has energy, getting energy.
Yeah. So it has
like
energy
if it's wild,
and
it gets energy out of it.
It
Okay.
can just
So
say,
it's never
look,
and it stays healthy too, right?
it can just say, why is running good for a dog on there?
It could. It's a question. You could do that as an author. You could write a story or a book, informational book about dogs and add those things.
Just started.
All right, let's see what this page says.
How dogs keep cool. This dog is This dog is hot. It is panting. Dogs put their tongues out like this when they want to cool down. Yes, dogs need to drink a lot of water.
That's answering the question from before, right?
Yeah.
What questions do you have on that page, or what are you wondering about as you read there?
Why do they stick their tongues out?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they stick their tongues out instead of just doing something else?
Let's reread to find out. I think we know that answer. Let's reread. This dog is hot. It is panting. Let's read this part.
Dogs put their tongue out like this when they want to cool down.
So why do they do it?
to cool down.
Yep, when they have their tongue out, it cools their bodies
How
down.
does that cool them down?
That's a good question. That would be your question, right?
Why do they stick their tongues out if just instead of just doing something else?
Like, how is
to
this
keep
cooling them
cool?
down? How is that cooling
We
them
have
down?
so many questions, don't we? What are some of the questions that we have that we can do next time we work together? We want to know why they stick their tongue out. Let's go back. What else?
What do they eat when they eat meat?
Meat, yep.
Why do they have a wet nose?
Why do they have a wet nose? Those are 3 really good questions we asked when we read today, right?
Mhm.
Let's see if we can find those things out, okay?